we're back with any and everything with Hollywood. Listen, we do big things here.
Hey.
Okay?
This one's for you.
We do big things here. We gonna vibe it out on this segment right here. Like, listen, I don't know if everybody's from the DMV. If everybody from the DMV here?
Nah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm from the DMV.
No.
Where you from?
Florida.
You from Florida?
Hey,
Okay.
shout out Florida. 305 in the building.
Where you from?
813.
Miami. Oh, hey, I got the Florida. Okay.
Florida.
You're from Tampa? Oh my goodness, Florida.
Florida in the building.
Florida in the building.
I got the water all around.
I got the Florida, so you know
And I'm
we.
coming fresh from there. I was there yesterday.
Damn.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Okay.
you just had that ride, man.
Got back at 2 o'clock this morning.
shit.
That's
Oh
what's
my
up.
goodness.
Yeah, that's just coming back.
Oh yeah, I haven't even unpacked yet.
Damn, yeah. You still there.
Of course.
Yeah,
You
still there.
exactly,
You
right?
still there.
Once again, I've been telling her 1,000 times,
Thank
thank you and we love you because we
Yeah,
really have
right.
accommodation.
accommodation is hospitality.
Out
Exact.
Real shameless plug. B&B. Get up
Airbnb.
with my folks.
Get it.
Okay, shameless
Bud
plug.
and breakfast.
Okay, bud and breakfast. So, cross my leg. Woo, ain't nobody getting that extra. You ain't paying extra for this, all right?
Hold on, let me block
All
it.
right, thank you. You ain't paying
Shoulder
extra.
gang
He's like,
on.
close your legs as he records it and keeps it later. He's like, hey, comes with the job. It comes with the job.
Comes with the job.
So, Tex, listen. I really want everybody to understand, like, how the DMV is so particular. Because, see, you've been around. You know, you've been all around, and right now you're from Cali. I mean, right now you just came, fresh off the boat from Cali, right? Off the boat. Tell me some similarities about California and DMV. We'll start with that.
Alright, well, I mean, you got the street element where you still got people that come from the slums. I want to stay in the slums. You still got the people that's higher up, just trying to suppress them. You know what I'm saying? So you still got the regular struggles, just from people just trying to be regular life. I think some people don't know how to balance their business and their personal life. And in every ghetto, and every hood, and every suburb, you got people from the suburbs that want to be in the hood, and people from the ghetto is trying to be in the suburb. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's always a constant battle of where I want to be instead of just taking advantage of where you at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that right there is a battle, you know what I'm saying? So I see the same similarities within that. Everybody's saying the bills is high, but hey, it's high in Cali, but there's a lot of opportunities in Cali. You know what I'm saying?
So the cost of living, basically.
For big hits, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So you know what I mean? So if you paying a little more, because the chance of you coming across what you looking for, it may be right there.
Come on.
Right there. So a lot of people, what made you go from here to Cali? What made you leave?
I mean, I've been in the DMV for a long time, and I realized that anytime I've left, the people start calling my phone. Hey man, where you at? What you doing? I need to do this, I need to do that. And I'm like, man, at the end of the day, I can't always be here, and y'all can't depend on me when I'm gone.
Right.
But while I'm there, you need to take advantage of me while I'm there. So I said, let me manage my time better, but instead of sitting around waiting for everybody to need me, to say, look, this is when I'm available.
Right.
Because I have a plan for my life, you know what I'm saying? Right. So I don't have time to sit around and wait for you to, because you want people to value, you know what I'm saying, to appreciate your time, because that's when you do your best work, when somebody appreciates your time.
That's true, because I have realized that before, that if you saturate yourself, that people, you lost your value. That's why you don't see Hollywood up in the street. That's why you don't see me in everybody's club and everything like that, unless I'm, networking or I'm getting the bag. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you should.
I mean, you gotta think about it. If saturating yourself is part of your plan, and that's in your vision, and it's gonna take you, make you who you are, it's gonna make you happy, you're gonna be able to deal with whatever come with that. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Be prepared. I've already been that road before. I've already saturated myself. Like this is phases to get to a certain level. And my homeboy, my folks had told me when I first got into this, he was like, it's going to take you 10 years to become somebody. I said, 10 years, man, whatever. I could do this in 1 year. No, it's going to take you 10 years. You know what I'm saying? To get to the level of success, a level of success. Everybody's success is different.
Exactly.
I don't have to be a millionaire to be a success. But if I accomplish the things that I set forth to see, then I'm successful.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it takes time to be successful on that level. But in the DMV, I do see a lot of separation.
I mean, but you got to think about it. So let's say that. You got separation in the DMV, but think about California. where you got gangs.
Yeah.
And it's heavy.
Yeah, that's
so
even
imagine the
next level.
separation there. Somebody that don't want to be separated, but by default, where
They
you was
have to
born
be.
and the people in the neighborhood you live in, you have to be separated from some
By
people.
default.
Imagine if your mother lived in a Crip neighborhood, but
Yeah.
you live in a Blood neighborhood,
Wow.
and you gotta walk over there
Yeah.
and walk through all them people, or go to school in that neighborhood. And people told me that I used to get beat up every day going to school. I'm like, you used to go beat up? It's because I had to walk through a Crip neighborhood. I'm like, what? Some people in the DMV can't say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Because it's never been that bad. You know what I'm saying? If you either, you know what I'm saying? Somebody see you shining, they try and rob you.
Right.
Or, you know what I mean? That's that. You know
But
what I mean?
I see.
You know how they got it? You can't even walk
It's tag.
through another neighborhood,
Tag.
you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Without them beefing with you, know?
That's
Oh,
tape behind
yeah.
the scenes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right there.
for sure.
Yeah, it is some strife, but see, this is the thing. This is what I figured out over time,
Okay.
right? I think this is the reason why we act the way we do, right?
What's up?
Because I've looked in the South, right, and how the way the South has their unity and how the way they do it. I see how they see another brother as, I can't attain the same success as him, so I might as well push him,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
Florida
And then
so
in
much.
New York, they kind of come from a different background. So a lot of people from New York are from like Jamaica, and they're from, you know, the islands, different, where they already have installed unity. Us as the like the Black American, it has not been installed unity. You know what I'm saying? We have installed divide. You know what I'm saying? So who, you know, we have to be better than this person now. Now think, this is, we don't know. We're so used to living here. This is the most influential place in the country.
Yeah.
You know that Loudoun County is #1. They were on the Forbes list, right? On the Forbes list of richest places and counties, right?
Yeah.
On 100.
Mm.
Montgomery County, DC, everywhere we live was in the top 20.
Top.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
the Loudoun County, Loudoun County #1.
Fairfax?
Fairfax #2.
Fairfax
Yeah,
number 2.
Tyson.
I think
DC is now the most expensive place.
now DC is
to
now
live.
because I used to do real estate,
Yeah.
and now I'm looking at the 2-bedroom condos that are $4,000. They're doing it on
Yeah.
purpose so they know they want a certain type of person. Like just like for instance, if you go to MCT Bank, right? You have to like run a credit check on the bank. Now they're not telling you we don't want black people here, but what they're telling you is that we know black people don't have the credit that their counterparts do. So therefore, we're going to put credit in the boundary there. So therefore, we don't really want you there.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? See, this is the type of thing. These are the new
Message.
modern.
Redlining.
These are the new modern Jim Crow laws. There's a lot of new
And
modern
redlining.
and redlining
Yeah.
and red tape. And this
Yeah.
is, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised, and I'm not trying to, downgrade, or anything. I'm really kind of want to get a little bit more details about how LeBron is opening a public school. I'm understanding the public
A
school
government
was for
type of,
the
yeah.
government. So I'm a little bit.
That's more private.
That's
right?
a little. I said more of a private school or a charter, but some people have eyes to see, but they can't see and they can't hear. I see and hear everything. I'm understanding that I see what's going on, but it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to look a little bit deeper. But from my knowledge of etiquette and law and how the things work, I don't know how he can open a public school.
It makes a ton of sense if you look at
Yeah,
the
that's
school
what I'm about to
system as
say.
it is. It's been privatized. It's part of.
That's what I'm
part of a
saying. So what are they
corporation
trying to
now.
tell us though?
But it's always been like that. We're just now seeing it.
That's
like
what
there's
I'm
now
saying.
structure to what's been hidden this whole time. Now it's just out in the open.
Man, hey, look, this is a good environment. If your conversations ain't sounding like this at home, get around this. I'm sitting over here like, usually I'm the one in spitting game, like, look, man, you need knowledge around you, man.
Everybody needs to talk, and speak,
That's good.
So
Everybody got something
and
to say.
that's how I've noticed about the DMV.
Yeah.
The DMV, we're so much smarter than our counterpart as via like Alabama. You know, when you graduate from Montgomery County, you're actually graduating from a junior college level, a junior college curriculum.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So once you Montgomery College, college is #1 was number one at one point. I don't know now the stats, but last time I checked was #1 in junior colleges in the nation.
Wow.
So they're basically, that junior college is a minimal university.
Wow.
You feel me?
But
so
you
we
know,
have that different type of smarts.
why you don't think they try to maximize the promotion behind that information? Like,
I mean-
why isn't that like a household thing, a accomplishment shit that we wear?
Because
you know
that
what I'm
goes
saying?
against everything that we're conditioned to believe about,
Wow.
people of color and the value of education in our community.
And remember earlier you were saying something like the difference between like people up north and down south and where we from. When I think down south, I think like distance. I think about slavery. I think about, you know, white people being known to have it all and black people being more having, you know, under them. I think about that. When I think of North, I think about more freedom. I think about more people on top of each other. I think about people realizing when you grow up in that environment and you become successful, you start to think about all the demons around you and how you want to actually get out of that area. You know what I'm saying? And get in the suburb area.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? How that
You know what I'm saying? But see, exactly what you're saying. This is how it transpires to what I'm saying. Is that when they're from the down south and the slavery and everything, they have to stick together because they are.
But does that culture develop from that? You know what I'm saying? Because you got older, you know, got more father figures because of unity, and you got somebody that get a bag and say, okay, I'm gonna invest this in my nephew. You know what I'm saying? Let him live his dream. When I couldn't live my dream because I was suppressed by whatever. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. They see. That's what I'm saying. What you said definitely correlates to what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. We want the same core, but a different stance to it. Because like being as though doing that, they know that now we have to stick together and we can't let the white man get us. Up here, we are blending in with the white man that we don't even understand that we're even being oppressed with them because we feel as though we're on our level, but we're not. Because you know, me, you know, plus when we start getting in this big money, when we living next to these people, when we buying these houses, where they're just like, how are you living? This is where we get stuff. The problems that some people don't get.
More money, more problems, they say.
Yeah, some people don't get. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So now the North.
Imagine living in this house.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
I mean, look, so check it out. Me basically coming from Florida, from down south, from Dade County, you know what I'm saying? Like, the shit was crazy. Like, in the hood, we got to stick together in order to rise, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I had to get out. I always stood out because I would always come to the school and step on the scene, freestyling and shit. They would always know me. Like, yo, he's freestyling, woo, woo, woo. So, basically, I did that, and then I came out. My cousin, he lived up here, up north, and he saw me from down there, and he was like, bro, you need to come up here. And he influenced me to come up here. And ever since I came up here, I saw so much difference, so much opportunity, so much more opportunity. And I just switched up my whole demeanor and everything, just adapted. And just, like, it's crazy. Like,
but just think about that now. So, do you think it's the fact that what you knew, what you grow up knowing from that area, and what you were ignorant to, not knowing from this area, evolved you into who you are?
Definitely does.
And that's why certain people, opposites attract. When you come from a big city, you want to go to a suburb when you make it. Because you start to think that maybe some of the problems and the struggle came from all the bullshit I was going through. And then when you're in the suburbs, you think about, maybe because I didn't make it because I wasn't around a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So people start to realize what they was missing.
And they start to look up to you as a bigger figure, as an influence, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll be like, damn, I want to be where he's been. Because I went down to Florida, like Lake City, small Lake City and shit, and there's a lot of people that's never even left Lake City.
But it's in the Bible that you gotta, sometimes you just gotta pick up and go. And have faith, you know what I'm saying? That's beginning of time.
But don't you think at some point we need to go back to, like, I often think about going back to Florida because what we can gain somewhere like DC, you know, the education, the knowledge,
and then bring it back.
Take that back.
That's what I've been doing.
But look,
I've been there for a year now.
people come into our country and do that all day. They do that all day. Take our customs, our lifestyle, everything, take the best from it. You know what I'm saying? And
you know, other countries will pay you to go to school here.
Wow.
Just so you can come back
with that gain.
That is true. And then, so going back to what we were saying, that now it goes into the North. Now with the North, we're more educated, so we feel as though I don't have to partner up with this nigga. I got my own. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel as though he's gonna, you know, some people like, I'm gonna, like I said in the South, they feel as though I'll put all my stuff into him because he's gonna make it, I can't. We feel as though we can make it, so this way it turns us into us a more of a competition. Because it's just like, I can get my own, but see, we don't understand that we can build even more. Just like what me and her talked about. You know what I'm saying? That you can make a little money, but then we can make even more. You know what I'm saying? If we double up and we more partners together. More power in numbers. It's more power in numbers.
Literally a trick to becoming rich. You know, like in books about how to, you know, think and grow rich. Masterminding. Like when two or more people, and this is in the Bible, you know, it's everywhere. All philosophical thought, you know, says the same thing. When two or more people come together and like-minded, like what you can create is.
That's dope. dope. That's dope.
It's amazing.
And
that's
it all to the universe,
Collaboration, that's going on a lot right now.
Yeah,
with
a
the
lot.
streaming, when you look at, if you look up his music and then you see me, the next thing you know, you on my shit. You know what I'm saying? The collaboration,
Collaboration
definitely.
to the universe.
So that's what I think. That's what I think. My take and my thought on is how the DMV is, and I just think that the DMV is more of a place where we think we can always get our own, but we have to, at some point, you get to a level where collaboration is the best thing. A merger is the best way to say empowering numbers.
I think, but even with that right there being said, technically within governmental, you know what I'm saying, or law, it's DC, Maryland, Virginia. There's no DMV. That doesn't really exist. That's a border that we created.
That we created, right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So what I'm saying is, you got to think about it. It takes a lot for you, for whatever the stigma is about your city, to actually be noticed. Like if you're the Windy City and everybody know that, then that's a thing. But DMV people now are starting now to know the DMV, respect the DMV title.
Why
you know
haven't they before?
Because they didn't understand why are y'all saying DC, Maryland, and Virginia. How y'all tying them 3 states together? A lot of people that haven't been there don't know. In 15 minutes, you can go from DC,
you can
Maryland,
walk to Maryland right here.
But people look at the state and how big, how far it goes.
Yes, I'm literally. This is Maryland up at the end of the stop sign.
Wow. Yeah. So I'm just saying, when you're not from an area and know how that go together, it's a lot of little areas like that where a couple states come together. You know what I mean? And that's a hub. You know
Most people are used to living in a state where you need to drive hours.
Yeah.
Coming from Florida,
where you're in the heart of a city.
You drive 6 hours and you're still in the
But
same
the difference
state.
about DC, this in the heart of supposedly the world. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. This is what I.
Not even the country, but
that's what the world.
The
That's what I'm
world.
saying. And this is so. And before we're wrapping up right now in this last segment. But this is what I have to say, and I've said it before, but I have to continue to say it. Our generation is the most important generation of all, okay? It's because, like, my dad, they were on the typewriter, you know what I'm saying? And then my kids are on the iPad. We had both. You know what I'm saying? So what does that mean?
We was able to connect them dots.
We're
the
able,
bridge.
we're it. We're it. But if we don't jump in, we have to. But if we don't, this is so.
We don't want our people to fall short.
We can't.
You know what I'm saying? Because you have to know. You have to know both sides. If you don't know where you come from, then you have no idea where you're going. Because history repeats itself. So if you're able to predict it by knowing what happened in the past, you'll always be ahead on your future. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So we're down. Thanks everybody. Any and everything with Hollywood, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is deep. This is the deep thought conversation. 20 minutes.
Deeper than life.
Holla at me, man. We be right back.
For sure.